Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we will know about triggers best practices. So first best practice is that we should write only one trigger per object, and second is we should use trigger handler pattern instead of writing logic in trigger directly. Okay. So there are few best practices which I have already told you, like bulkify your code, use context variables, or you can prevent recursion using static variables, and write test coverage for bulk scenarios. But in this session, we will discuss about trigger handler pattern. Okay. So for this, we will. Uh, so what we will discuss is here. We will update account status field, and when account status field is updated on account, it should update all. It should update the same field on contact. Okay. So let me create uh, account status field on contact and account first. So I have created account status on contact. Now I will create on account. Now I will write trigger. So this is the trigger, okay, which we had already written, but you see the code logic is here. So the main logic should not be here, it should be inside a trigger handler. So we will write a trigger handler here, and then we will use that in trigger. So what I will do is I will create a trigger handler class. So in our example, we need after update because we will be, updating related contacts. Okay. Since we are not updating the record itself and updating the child records, that's why after update is needed here. So we will write method for that only here. So I have a code ready already, so I will paste it here. So this is the code. It is for on after update. On after update method I have written, and this is the static variable which I was talking about. So what it will do is, if this code is already executed in trigger, so we will not execute that again, we will simply return. It's just to avoid the recursion in trigger. Now this is the code. So it will check for whether account status is updated or not. Okay. So if I am updating account status, only then it should update contacts. Okay. That's why we will check it. Because if account status is not updated, we are updating any other fields, then it should not update contact fields. Okay. Contact account status should not be updated in that case. And we should compare it with old map. Okay. Old account. New account status compare with old account. Okay. And old account we are getting using old map. And old map is getting passed in this method. Okay. Now here, just a minute. We are collecting account IDs of all accounts where account status has been changed. Okay. Then, based on these account IDs, we will query on contact as well as accounts. Now I will iterate our contact which I had queried here, and I will update this account status based on this map which I created using the query. Okay. Account map dot c dot get account ID dot account status, this field. Okay. So whatever account value is, it will be updated in contact here. Okay. And here I am updating contact. Since it's after the update and we need to update the related contact, so we will need to use DML here. Okay. So let me save it. Now in account trigger, what I will do is I will execute this handler method. And in our method we need new list here, so I will pass this trigger dot new list. Okay. Now as a second variable we need map, old map. Okay. So I will pass trigger dot old map context. Okay. One more thing, we need after update trigger here. Okay. And if we need to write logic for after insert as well, so we will use if else if statement here and we'll create a different method for insert as well and we'll call here. Okay. But we just need after update here, so let's check that. Let's test that. So for prospect, if you see account status, let me reload this UI. I can't see that field. I think I will need to just a minute, hard reload this page. Okay, now we have got this. if you see the contact, okay, so I need to reload this as well. Okay, so you see both fields are empty. Now I will update account status here and it will update all the related contacts. Okay, so I will update test. Now if I reload this, so here you will see also the test. You see the test is updated here. For all the contact, it will be updated automatically. So this was prospect contact, but if you see other contacts as well, let's say prospect 101, here also you will see test. Okay, so for all the related contact to this account, you will see this value. Okay, and if you are updating any other field and not updating account status, then it will not be updated. Okay, remember that. Okay, thank you very much. I think this was enough for today. So what we have learned here, we should use only one trigger per object. All the trigger logic should be in trigger handler patterns in Apex class. So we will write a trigger handler for that. Okay. So we will write our logic in trigger handler, account trigger handler. There are other trigger pattern as well, which you can learn yourself. Okay. So this is not just the one way of writing. You can write any other way as well. But this is just the way to show you that you should not write your logic inside trigger. Instead, you should write your logic in Apex classes. Okay, and you should use static variables to prevent recursion. Okay, because what happens is if I am updating account based on that another account field, okay, so like that recursion can happen. Okay, so I don't want recursion, but here is not recursion, but recursion scenarios can be happen in some cases. Let's say there is a workflows after this. Okay, there is a rule written. Let's say if I am updating account status on that, there is a workflow which is updating account status to some other value. Okay, so account status changed again, then it trigger will fall called again. Okay, this way recursion will occur. Okay, so we can use static variable to prevent recursion. Okay, so thank you guys. Thank you for joining my session. And if you really like this, please subscribe to my channel and like the video as well. Let's meet you in next session. All the best. Thank you very much.